Okay guys, this is example 3 for today, subtracting rational expressions. This is real similar to example 2. If you really feel like you got it after watching example 2 or you already knew it, you may not even need to watch this. But maybe come back to it if you get stuck trying some of the practice problems. Okay, so again, anytime we're adding or subtracting fractions, it's important that we get a common denominator. These are not common, so the first thing we have to do is we have to factor both denominators. Okay, just a reminder, even if you could factor the top, you probably wouldn't want to in this step. I'm going to factor kind of quickly, but reminder, you can just use box and diamond to factor. If you're still needing some help with box and diamond, shoot me an email, okay, and I will see what I can do to create a video to help you remember how to do box and diamond if it's needed. Okay, so really quick, box and diamond, I factored both sides. Reminder, once I know what my factors are, I can just go ahead and write down what the denominator is. X minus 2, x plus 2 and x plus 2 are the same, so I'm just going to write it down one time. It counts for both. And then the x plus 3 I need. Okay, so now I'm just going to look at each fraction individually. So it's kind of like if I could just cover this whole thing up. Let's just focus on that side. Okay, this has an x plus 2 and a x minus 2, but it's missing the x plus 3. So I have to multiply both the bottom and the top times x plus 3. So eventually I'm going to have to multiply this 4x through both of those pieces. And I got to add it down here, and I don't have a lot of space on my board, so bear with me. Okay, then I can totally ignore this first one and only look at the second one. So if I'm doing that, I already have an x plus 2 and an x plus 3, but I'm missing the x minus 2. So I'm going to multiply by x minus 2 on the bottom and on the top. And again, I'm going to distribute, but before I forget, this is a subtraction problem, so I need to make sure that I'm distributing a negative 2. I'm going to change that to addition. I'm going to distribute the negative 2x through. So when I distribute, I'm going to get 4x squared. Then I'm going to do a positive 12x. Can you hear my husband working on the other end of the house? Subtract 2x squared. And negative times a negative is going to be a positive 4x. Okay, so when I look at the top of this, let me separate it a little bit. Again, I'm just trying to combine like terms here. I have a 4x squared and a negative 2x squared. That's going to be 2x squared. I have a 12x and a positive 4x. That's going to be 16x. Okay, on the bottom, x minus 2, x plus 2, and x plus 3. Okay, on top, if I really, really wanted to, I could factor out a 2, because 2 divides evenly into both, and an x, because I have at least one x in both. 2x times something gives me 2x squared. Okay, it's like I'm thinking backwards, I'm undistributing. Next, 2x times something gives me 16x, that's just an 8. Okay, this would only be helpful if I had a plain 2 down here, I had a plain x down here, or I had the entire factor of x plus 8. But since that does not match up, I've got my final answer right here. If you want to put this on top instead of 2x squared plus 16, it's accurate. Okay, either way is fine.